Hey guys, it's Ayelet, and I am here to review last night's episode, which was episode 1105, Idioteque. And I'm going to apologize in advance because it's about a million degrees in here, and my brain is currently frying. So I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as I can so I can go downstairs where it's nice and air conditioned. So the A plot in this episode was about Drew and Bianca and their problems, basically, sort of ongoing problems since the premiere. And I know I said I'm not a big fan of Bianca, which I still hold true, but I did sort of begin to warm up to them the last few episodes because seeing, especially in the premiere, how they look out for each other did kind of warm my heart, even though I still do think that Bianca needs to apologize to a certain someone who may or may not be in Drew's family. And she hasn't, especially since, they even mentioned it, so it's not like they can use the excuse that they forgot anymore. So them breaking up wasn't the most heartbreaking thing for me. But I mean, I do get it a little bit more now. But if it's any consolation for Bianca fans, they did survive season 10, which is a lot more than you could say for most couples. We'll see how many couples actually survive this season, not so sure. But overall, I think it was a solid episode. I actually am pretty intrigued by this plot. I think they did a great job in the last few episodes with it and interested to see where it will go from here. And I must say also these sort of ongoing plots, I think they work much better in the 4 episode a week format because it gives me less time to get bored of them, I think. Like, for example, in Too Deep, when they had Allie's plot, which just seemed to go on forever. That way I did get bored of it with that kind of ongoing plot, but when it's just 4 days a week and there's a lot more going on, I think it keeps me engaged for sure. And I think there had some good moments. I think sort of Drew and seeing him, being really panicky and paranoid was definitely interesting. And the end scene was just really intense. Very good example of bystander effect in action for any social psych nerds out there. So the B plot, Owen and Anya, not a fan in the least bit. I think they're honestly disgusting, and Anya deserves so much better. And overall, I think why I'm really angry about them hooking up is that it just, especially since so many people already ship them, it just sort of spreads a message that relationships, or at least boundaries in relationships, don't need to be respected. Because, first we had Dolly J, which was just a train wreck in that aspect, and then a Claire, which is debatable, but he still didn't respect her boundaries, and now Owen and Anya, after he practically harassed her last season, and now all of a sudden they're chums, which is like, okay. I know Anya is feeling down. It must really suck to be rejected from your guy and college in the same night, but why do you have to stoop that low? Come on, Anya. I want more of you. So that, I'm not looking forward, as I said before, not looking forward to the cocaine plot either. I love Anya, and I think she could definitely have some good plots, but I just wish they didn't involve substance abuse or Owen, basically. But Samantha Monroe's acting did still continue to be very good this episode as it was this week in general. Besides that, we have the C plot, which was Connor and panties, and I don't really know what to say about that, honestly. I think, besides the obvious that it's kind of creepy, but Spencer Van Wyck did write in his Twitter that it's going in an unexpected direction, not in those words, I don't remember which words he used. So you never know, maybe Connor has realized his lifelong dream of designing panties, and he's stealing all these panties to get inspiration or something. I don't know, I'm just kind of making this up as I go along. So that was weird. I know, I kind of have wanted to see Connor and sort of the three tenors minus Dave, basically Wesley, get good plots, but I don't know, this one is just weird, so yeah. All in all, I think it was a pretty solid episode. I've really enjoyed these first few episodes, and I think this kept up with it. I was glad that there were only 3 plots compared to 2 days ago when there were 4 plots, which was just way too much for 22 minutes. It was just hard to keep track of anything. I do wish they would go back to 2 an episode like it used to be, because, I don't know, that's just kind of what I associate with Degrassi, so I do miss that a little bit. And that's what they did on Tuesday's episode. So it was like every episode this week had a different amount of plot lines, basically. So it would be nice if they stuck to one, because I don't know. I kind of like having a reliable formula in that aspect. Overall, I think I would give this episode a 3 out of 5. It definitely kept me interested, but I don't know if it's, one of my favorites necessarily. But I am really excited for next week, especially Monday and Tuesday's episodes with Dave and Adam. And I am just, enjoying this season a lot so far, and I'm really excited for the rest of it. And I'm going to stop because I am actually melting here. So, bye, guys.